Hey, good morning, everybody. It's a beautiful Saturday morning here in South Central Pennsylvania. It's got that summer overcast, humid feeling, but it's summer, and that's a good thing. So, hey, again, here's kind of my latest edition of me trying to have a positive impact on things. And I guess what I want to talk about this morning is a book I read earlier this year, and it was called The 12 Rules of Life by Jordan Peterson. And Jordan Peterson is a well known psychologist, renowned college professor, Harvard, University of Toronto, and so forth. Brilliant man, very brilliant writer. A little controversial in some of his political views, but as a psychologist, he's really a sharp dude. And one of the chapters in the book is titled, again, this is 12 Rules of Life, his own kind of thoughts on this is don't compare yourself to others. And by that, what he's talking about is we all have images and heroes, and we see people maybe we wish we were more like, or we wish we had their life. And what we don't realize a lot of times is what the struggles and burdens those people have had to overcome or are currently having. Uh, we kind of see our own imagination of what their life is like. We actually don't know these people, and very often it might be a celebrity. We all, I know when I was younger, I had my idols, and a lot of them were musicians. And thought, man, when I grow up, I want to be just like that. And then only to come to find out, well, geez, they died of a drug overdose when they were 27 years old. Like, that's not the life I really want. He said, it's, you see the guy driving his Porsche convertible down the street, and he's thinking, man, I wish I was that guy. Well, that guy might be thinking, I can't wait to wrap this Porsche around the next phone pole because my life is miserable right now. We don't know. And we also, conversely, we see people who maybe are, we perceive to be worse off than we are, and we say, man, I'm glad I'm not like that person. That person might be the happiest person you know. You don't know. There are people who are much less fortunate than we, who live perfectly happy lives. Um, so what we're seeing is kind of, again, our image of what their life must be like. Well, we really don't know. We don't know what's in their hearts and minds and so forth. He said it's better to compare ourselves to who we were yesterday, if that makes sense. Because you know who you were yesterday or the day before or the day before. You can step outside, look at yourself with your own eyes, mind, and see how you're living and see what's good about yourself and what's bad about yourself. And then you can make the decision to what is it about myself that I can improve. And I think that's where we say, hey, I'm kind of happy with myself now, but here are some things. Maybe I could be a little bit healthier. Maybe I could be a little bit stronger. I'd like to learn a new skill. Those are things, if we make the decision to do, we can incrementally improve ourselves and feel better about ourselves, have that self confidence. And I think that's where, again, physically, mentally, spiritually, that's how we make improvements in our lives. Look at yourself, compare yourself today to who you were yesterday. Am I smarter than I was yesterday? Did I read something today? Am I healthier than I was yesterday? How's my diet been? And I don't mean any in terms of gaining or losing weight. Just am I eating right? Do I have the same energy that I did yesterday? Do I have more energy than I did yesterday? What can I do today so that tomorrow when I look back and say, hey, I improved myself a little bit here. Maybe I read something new. Maybe I tried something new. I'll give you an example. My wife, and this was a lot of fun for her. She went and learned how to make soap. She took a soap making class, like with a friend. They had a great time. She learned a new skill. And just things of that nature that really has a positive effect on yourself, and conversely, it makes yourself more self-confident. You don't have that jealousy of, man, I wish I had what that person has. And that's okay to have heroes, by the way. I've had heroes my whole life, but it's what's good about that person that I find that I want to emulate. I don't need to have what they have. We're human. We have unlimited wants. Unlimited wants. Elon Musk, there's stuff he doesn't have that he wants that he can't get. Right? He's the richest person in the world. That's probably why he's buying spaceships. He wants to own the galaxy. I don't know, but I think the key is, it's good to have heroes. It's good to see the good in other people and try to emulate what's good in other people. But focus on yourself, focus on who you were and where you want yourself to be, and plan to take those steps. Folks, have an amazing morning. Enjoy the rest of the week, and I will talk to you later.